good signs of the path that the current administration is taking. A lot of Akwa Ibom might still insist that not all of these persons should have returned, and somehow indicating that this may be some sort of a masked or revamped third term, and that probably nothing different will really happen in the course of the period. Do you really share in that thought? And is the average Akwa Ibomite justified to even have such sort of skepticism in the first place?
I don't want to agree with your skepticism that, or the
Not mine.
with that of those in the state, that it is like a third term. I don't want to agree with that. I see Governor Umo Eno as a man of his own, a governor who immediately the Senate President was elected from Akwa Ibom State, Senator Augustus Akwa Ibom, he went to visit him. You recall that, or you know that the Senate President and the immediate past governor are not actually in talking terms. And if he were to be a third term, he will continue with what where the immediate past government has stopped. He had also opened the doors. You see the likes of Senator Itaina, who had been a critic of the past governor, going to visit him. You have seen the likes of the ADC governorship candidate, Ezekiel Njaituk, leading a team from the federal government on climate change, going to visit the governor. So I think the governor is a man of his own. He has a mind of his own, and he knows that this is the government of Pastor Umo Eno, and that he will be accountable to the people of the state. He will not be able to lead a government that tomorrow somebody will be governing the state in proxy. So I think that it's not true. He haven't assessed him so far that he is holding the state in proxy. Even at the Arrest Agenda launch, the former governor Udom'S was there. And I can tell you for sure that the comment he made when he was addressing the commissioner's nominate was very clear. He said he has achieved, he has kept to his own bargain, side of the bargain, and that what is now left is for the commissioners to now take charge and deliver. That if anyone fails to perform, that you will hear the news by 4 p.m. in the 4 p.m. news that you are sacked. So he was simply giving that marching order. Okay, look at the issue of the local government chairman. When he said the chairman of the council should relocate to their respective local government councils. This is a complete departure from what we have had in the state. So I don't want to believe that, or join in the belief that Governor Umo Eno is holding in brief or is continuing from where the federal government stopped. It is completely a departure from where Obamata, from where Governor Pabio, from where Governor Udo Emmanuel had stopped. Because he's ordering that the council chairman should move from the state headquarters to their various local government area. First is key. Is meeting with the parties, people across party. At the Arrest Agenda launch, you have the lawmakers who are of the APC, who are of other parties attending. You can see that even Senator Pabio, the Senate President, send the message across that he was engaged. You see the likes of Obama Ekere, the likes of Mr. Manamana sending a message that giving an excuse through that they ought to have been there. And the event, in fact, the chairman of the event was Senator Udoma, who of the APC stock. So you could see across board. So I'm not seeing, and this is the first time, like I have said, that we are having a forum where people from across party lines. I was also there for the first time being invited. I've not been invited to a state function in the past.
Oh, really?
I'm just telling you that. So for me to be invited because of my critical opinion, if I give an opportunity to speak, I will still air my mind there. So for me to be invited to a state function where the governor and the past governors were there, it shows that the governor has an open heart, an open mind, and is intending to govern the state, carrying along all critical views from critical stakeholders. So I would not want to believe that he is holding in proxy for anyone. This is the first time we're having a governor that is trying to reach out to everybody from all shades of opinion.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Otwekon, for clarifying that. Now let's now look at the expectations, from the people to stakeholders such as you, that's civil societies to what have you. Well, it's a fact, 99% of the commissioners of the previous administration are back, but you are saying that doesn't in any way change the emphasis on productivity, efficiency, and what have you. So, with that being said, what is the expectations? What is to be looked forward to with with the incoming commissioners here in the state?
Well, like an agenda setting for the commissioners designate, I want to urge them not to see themselves as lucky, because they aren't lucky. It's just that the governor has chosen to re-nominate them, and so they should not see it as it is our government. It is not true. Because when we raise the issue of recycling of political appointees, some of them engage me and say, we work for the government, we work for the government, we do work for the government, work for. And I told them clearly that it's not a compensation. That's it.
Package.
That's it. And I told them clearly, they're my friends, I said, look, if the governor chooses to reappoint, you don't see it as it is a right, or you have the right of first refusal, or you should be compensated because you work for the government. Everybody, it is now the government of Akwa Ibom State. Everybody voted for the governor. Everybody worked for the governor. Everybody worked for the state. And so those who have been re-nominated and will be given a portfolio in the cabinet of Pastor Umo Eno should not see it as opportunity to continue to do what we think will not save the state. Let me tell you, Governor Udo Emmanuel, in my opinion, had performed dutifully. If you go to local government areas, you will see roads that are built in the rural areas. But they were not. But the governor had people formed an opinion that the governor hadn't performed because of the commissioner that he had. His aides were not helping matters. You had people who were like attack dogs. We never allowed people to criticize government constructively, and they will come up and then begin to engage you in the media, and the rest. So I want to advise and admonish those who have been reappointed by Pastor Umo Eno to serve the state dutifully. When you are assigned to a particular ministry, don't see it as it is opportunity to continue to do the things that you know will not serve the interest of the state. If you are given a project, ensure that that project is done and see to the letter of it. Be accountable to your ministry, be accountable to the people of the state. Don't see it as a right because you are in party A. No party is a ruling party in Akwa Ibom. Everybody is involved in the government. And I want to plead with the governor to to keep a register of all the ministries and appraise the commissioners as on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis on how they are performing. How you can achieve this is you can have people who are not even in government, like you can call them spies, you can call them surrogates. They just watch from sidelines and be able to appraise these commissioners and give a report straight without you meeting them. Because the governor will not be in every ministry or go to every local government areas. But if you have people that are working from the sideline who are doing investigative job and submitting the report to you straight without even passing through them, so that when they get to the ESCO meeting, you can ask commissioners, hey, what can you say about this? These are the facts I have about what you have done. And whatever he is trying to paint in the ESCO, you already have a dossier of what he has done. That by so doing, you will now know that whether this ministry is actually working in line with your dream as a governor. Otherwise, you will see commissioners coming to the ESCO meeting and presenting lofty ideas and get approval for projects, and these projects are not actually on ground. And the governor may not have opportunity to go around to check. But if you have people who are actually spying these ministries and reporting to you, giving you first-hand information about how these things are working, you will be able to guide you. Let me give you a typical example. When Governor Kwabe was in the state, during his administration, he had essay on project monitoring almost across the three central districts. He has essay on, I think, Bureau on Technical Matters, chaired by, I think, Engineer Eti Linyang. He had Commissioner for Works, who was Don Etam. Now, Don Etam will, work with those who are handling road projects, but who actually monitor this project and give report to the governor where the project monitors essays. And so, in most cases, during anniversary of the state, I recall a particular instance where some roads that were not even completed were just done shabbily, were enlisted among those to the commission by the governor. And the governor will not have time to go and check if they have actually been done. Some they will just do 1 kilometer and then put a tape.
That's the one that meets the eye.
They meet the eyes. I put a tape. And the governor won't have time to go and check if actually that road has gone to the end of it. And so what this essay on project monitoring did were to ensure that when they see lists of projects that are earmarked for commission, they will go and check if actually they have been done based on what was actually agreed in the BEMA and in the bill of quantity. So they will come back and give the governor directly an appraisal of that particular project. And several of these roads that were listed for commission were actually delisted. They were actually published. You could see lists of projects published. And then by the time of the actual commission, some of them have been removed. Because the governor had now gathered a first knowledge of what those roads actually are. And some of them were done shabbily, in a hurry to meet up and against the standard that they were actually, meant for. And that is what led to the governor removing those projects from the list of those that were commissioned. And that made the essays and the commissioner for works had several issues. So that is it. So the governor, Emmanuel, should take the same cue that when you have a project, you should have those who will, from the sideline now, monitor this project and giving you report of how the project performed. Otherwise, you will go and put your seal by commissioning a project, and that project is completely nowhere and it's completely a fraud. And that will paint you a very bad impression. Another example again I want to give you